Thanks for taking time out of your day to come join us. We're really excited that you're here. My name is Bobby Nix, so I work on our consumer team. I lead that team out of Atlanta. I'm here in Wise probably once a quarter, spending time with the team. But thank you for being here. It means a lot to us that you come show interest in our company, and we're excited to take you through a little bit more of what it's like in the kind of day-to-day operation here at EarthLink.
And my name's Mark Bolling. I'm the trainer here at EarthLink. I'm based here in Wise. So I'm typically the first person that you'll meet. We'll go through our training course, and then I'll support you along your career here.
So I know you guys just got done with Glenn, 30 minutes. He's a charismatic guy. I know I got a tough act to follow, but we're gonna do our best. But I'm gonna take you a little bit deeper here. So here's what we're gonna cover. I'm gonna tell you a little bit more about the products that we sell every day. You probably heard a little bit of that from Glenn, but I'll go a little bit deeper into that. Talk to you about how you get the inbound sales leads, kind of how those are generated from our marketing team. We'll go through the open roles and hire dates that we have kind of currently on the schedule through February is kind of what we're looking at. Talk a little bit more about compensation and the overall work environment. I know there was some of that down there, but kind of put that in some granular detail. Then I'll hand it over to Mark, and he's going to go through kind of what the day is like, kind of day, hour by hour, what you're doing. Go through the details of what our training program looks like. We'll actually listen to an example call and see the system that you're working with, so it'll be very tangible for you. And then we'll kind of wrap up with a few things in the community and kind of as a company that we think makes EarthLink special. So the first, connectivity products. So I lead our consumer team, as I said. We really have two sets of customer bases, if you think about it. We have a legacy set of customers from EarthLink's founding in the 90s that bought dial-up internet or email, and we still have hundreds of thousands of those customers we love and support every day. But more and more so, the growing part of the EarthLink business is centered around these connectivity products. And we really have three primary products that we sell customers every day. First is fiber internet. So this is kind of best-in-class home internet where it's available. Speeds 100 megabits per second all the way up to 5 gigs in some areas. EarthLink can provide that at 38 million homes in America through our network of wholesale relationships with AT&T, Verizon, and the others. So kind of our leading product when it's available at a customer's address. The next is our 5G home internet product. So this is on the nation's best 5G network, so one of the big three carriers. And then this is really a great solution for maybe rural customers that can't get fiber internet at their house, can't get cable internet, or have lower data needs, and just need kind of a simple internet solution at their home. That's kind of our 5G internet product. And then last, we still sell a fair amount of copper internet. So those are speeds from 3 to 75 megabits per second. This is likely, most of the time it's more suburban and rural where fiber hasn't been built out from the telco. But kind of day in, day out at an address level, this is the product you're going to be selling to a customer. So how do we get you sales leads, inbound opportunities? Kind of this is what that looks like. So first and foremost, like EarthLink, as it stands today, we are primarily a digital-first, digital marketing company as it relates to driving sales opportunities. I imagine you guys haven't seen an EarthLink TV commercial, probably haven't had an EarthLink radio ad. That's because we don't do any right now, at least. So I'm not saying we won't do them in the future, but today we're having a ton of success in the digital marketing landscape, and that's where we drive our inbound demand for customers. And so customers generally find us in one of two or three ways. So the first, as you might imagine, you're new to an area or you're interested in switching, you go to Google, like everybody does, to search anything, and you say, internet near me. What pops up is a ranking of different websites, and they say, oh, EarthLink, let me click on that. They click there, they come to our landing page, our homepage here at the top, and you see kind of what our product's all about, and that call rings out here, and you offer internet to customers based on what's available at their address. Another example is a site like Broadband Search or In My Area and other places where they have websites that compare the different internet options at your address, right? It'll show everybody at your address. So in this example, AT&T, T-Mobile, and EarthLink are available, at my zip code. They click on EarthLink, they're interested in finding out more. It may land on a different landing page, they get a little more information, and then they call. Okay, and so basically we're taking customers that are comparison shopping internet, are frustrated with their current provider and want to switch, are moving and need an internet solution, are new to an area and trying to figure out what internet. They find us digitally on the internet, and we drive them through a little bit of a funnel to learn more about EarthLink, and then call into our centers on an inbound basis to make that sale. I know I talked a little bit about this downstairs, but hoping to give you a little more information. And one of the most exciting things is, we believe in world-class compensation. We think we are as competitive as anyone in the region. We want to be as competitive as anyone in every marketplace we're in. So specifically here for the sales job, the average commission per hour is $14 an hour. That's the average of the people on the floor today. That in combination with the base means the average employee out there is making $50,000 a year working in sales here at EarthLink. 90% of the people are making some form of sales commission. So this is an example of kind of haves and have-nots, where you have a few really top performers and some bottom performers, and it blends out to an average. 90% of the people out there have some form of commission on their paycheck every 2 weeks. Next, very important, depending on if you've ever been in other sales environments, our commission plan is uncapped. So it's not like every 2 weeks we say, hey, the most you can make is $2,500. If you make as much as you sell, if you convert 100%, 70, 80%, you're going to make more and more money. There's no limit to how much you can make. It's purely based on the number of sales you generate. We're a big believer in this, transparent and fair commissions. And so we're going to show you a report that will show you your calls, your conversions, all your sales stats, and the calculation and how that led to the commission. There's going to be no mystery when you get your paycheck in 2 weeks of what led to that outcome. You will know very clearly how you performed, the metrics you achieved, and how that relates to your paycheck. No clawbacks. Depending on the sales environment, some have a netting rule where you make a sale and maybe that sale breaks and the company claws that back. We don't do that. What we do is, if your installation rate, for example, is far below everyone else's, we'll coach you to that and we'll manage you through getting your installation rate. We're not going to claw back your sales. So we kind of manage it separately. So today, that's how it's designed. And then kind of the most exciting part, we have top performers out there today, last year, already this year, that have made $75,000. And, that's a big deal, not because it's just money. Like, we all, I'm sure, like money in some form or way. We all need to earn, but it's more about providing, people in our communities, high performers, the chance to earn money like that because it's life-changing. Whether you need to take care of an elderly parent, whether you need to get a new truck, whether you need to put your kids through college, whether you need to get work done on your house for whatever reason. Like, it's a tool that allows, life to be a little more comfortable, and something, we want people that are definitely motivated to earn that top end, because that's going to make you successful here day in and day out. Some other fun things we do around sales. So, we certainly believe in a high performance environment, recognizing high performers. So we do that in a couple of additional ways beyond just your base commission plan. So once a month, we do what we call an MVP dinner. We take the top 5 sales performers for that month. They go with the management team, and we do a nice dinner. We've been doing Kirkland's and Big Stone Gap, but we'll do dinners at different places around the area. They'll get a little trophy we give out. If any of your kids play baseball or sports, they have the little rings, we give out little MVP rings to kind of recognize the achievement, have a nice dinner, just kind of celebrate together as a team. Those are always fun. And then once a year, we do a sales recognition trip. So we identify the very best, the single best sales performer each quarter. So 4 winners a year, plus their guests. We take them on a sales trip. So last year, we all went to Puerto Rico. Everyone and their guests together to Puerto Rico. This year, we're doing a cruise to the Bahamas out of Fort Lauderdale. So really big event, a chance to kind of recognize our very best sales performers. We think it's a core kind of pillar of creating the high-performing sales environment that we want here at EarthLink. Last, before I hand it over to Mark, I hope you've seen it through kind of your experience today and walking through the building. We believe that not only do we want you to be paid well to perform, we want you to feel comfortable and feel like you're in a world-class environment. And so, that starts with the facility, but, it doesn't end there. So our hours are days are Monday through Friday. Hours are 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. We have 9 paid company holidays. We have paid benefits and a 401k with company match and immediate vesting. So that's actually a really big deal. Most employers do not, whether they match or not is one thing, most do not immediately vest your 401k. So if you put in 3% of your paycheck EarthLink matches 3% of your paycheck. That money's yours day one. If you leave tomorrow, that money's yours. So that's a big deal, kind of a hidden benefit. Dedicated workspace. So, some call centers, a lot of call centers, you come in that day and you don't know kind of where you're sitting. It's like, hey, go find an empty place and log in. Here we have the luxury of having the room where you can kind of make your desk your own, be able to kind of go to a consistent spot. Beautiful break room, outdoor terrace. I think you guys saw that. We provide $10 a week in the vending there for refreshments and snacks. We have a mother's room, a rec room, and obviously, nice views on top of all of that to look out the window between calls. So, again, we're passionate about being very competitive from a compensation standpoint, but we also want you to be very comfortable in your environment so you can perform your best. So with that, I'm gonna hand it to Mark, and he's gonna walk you through a little bit of the daily rhythm here.
So, in addition to obviously a state-of-the-art facility, EarthLink's invested a lot of money in this facility, but they've also taken time to curate a really strong admin team that's going to be here to support you throughout your career. So this is kind of how our daily rhythm goes. So as you come in the morning or whenever your shift starts, we're going to do a pre-shift huddle. That pre-shift huddle is going to consist of a few things. So number one, for sales, they're going to look at the previous day's stats. Who hit their goals? Who needed some opportunities? Is there any type of QA feedback that needed to be given to the team, or any training instructions, right? So that's going to be the very first thing that you start off with. Second, and the majority of your job is going to handle customer calls that are inbound to you, like he just mentioned on the previous slides. After that, we're going to talk about coaching. So we have a couple of different ways that we coach. So one is going to be scheduled coachings. So normally that's once a week, however you and your team leader needs to go about it. Second is going to be live coaching. So live coaching is pretty cool. In our system, a team leader, myself, anyone can live listen into your phone call. And with the touch of a button, you could hear me in one ear cup and your customer in the other. So if you have that really hard customer, or maybe we just want to try to give you a little bit of guidance, we'll leverage that tool to help you through that call. The other part is going to be spot training. So sometimes we just have bad days, right? Or I just found out I got a flat tire out in the parking lot. So whenever they listen to your calls and they see that you're a little off, they're going, Mark, come on, let's go have a chat. Let's go listen to a phone call. Let's get recalibrated so we can get you back on the phones, fresh and relieved, and start making some money. So that's how our coaching is going to go throughout the day. We talked a little bit about in the pre-shift huddles reviewing stats. So you're going to get hourly stats throughout the day, see where you are, see where other people are, as well as the floor as a whole. And then we're going to set personal goals. I cannot stress more than anything in a sales environment, you want to put a goal a daily, a weekly, bi-weekly, and monthly. And it's not just you setting your goal, it's us, again, helping you attain that goal. Also, you're going to get QA scores. So Christina's going to listen to your calls, make sure that you're in between the ditches, make sure all of our terms and conditions are read properly, things of that nature. We're going to do upskill trainings. We have a lot of opportunities with partnerships, like through DirecTV, or with our what we call our value-added services. We partner with Norton and LifeLock 360. So those are add-ons to your internet sale, and you're going to get paid on those as well. The other part, breaks and lunches. For the most part, breaks and lunches are pretty standard. 30-minute lunch, 2 15-minute breaks. Workforce management really tries to keep those pretty standardized, so whenever you come in, you kind of know what your day is going to be. But because of upskilling or scheduled coachings, things like that, those times might be altered. So just pop in every day. You'll be able to see your schedule and you know what's going on. So next up, we're going to talk a little bit about my wheelhouse, and that's training. So training is also Monday through Friday. It will always be 9 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. And the way that you get paid is on your base. There will be performance metrics and goals that you can get for extra money on that. And what's really neat about this company is within Learning Lab, whenever you start taking calls, you'll be able to make commissions on day one. So classroom for sales is consistent of 4 weeks. 2 weeks is going to be classroom. 2 weeks is going to be Learning Lab where you're taking phone calls. On the support side, it kind of varies depending upon what line of business you enter into. For instance, our executive relations team that's here, we're just ending up a training on that. That's about a 10-week course between classroom time and Learning Lab time, because we stair-step you into that role. So links are going to vary a little bit by that. So next up, I want you all to meet Morgan. So Morgan is a sales agent here. She just started in May. Her background mainly is bartender and waitress. So again, the way that we train, we look for all background types. We're just not looking for somebody who's done sales before, okay? She's a multi-MVP award winner, and we just crowned her as a Diamond Club member from Q2. So she's going on to the cruise with a +1.
So kind of beyond, having a well-performing company, having great employees, we're also passionate about giving back to the communities that we work in. So a few things we do here in Virginia and in Atlanta, they're essentially the same thing. So Lunchbox 276 here and the Sandwich Project in Atlanta, we take employees, we build hundreds of lunches for underprivileged kids that may not have, food at home and be able to necessarily provide, meals every day for school. So we're super passionate about that project. That's a big deal, and we have a lot of fun with it. The next one is Women in Technology. So this is super cool. In our offices, we partner with young ladies, mostly high school age, that are interested in pursuing on these young ladies' lives to be able to learn more and kind of have role models within the community. And then last, Camp Southern Ground. So Zach Brown Band, Zach Brown from Zach Brown Band has a large kind of farm and facility south of Atlanta where they host special needs kids for summer camps, veterans. And so we do a few volunteer days a year where we go out there and do some landscaping work and kind of help keep the overall camp in great shape. So we really believe in kind of giving back in the communities where we kind of work and serve. Great place to work. So we've been certified 5 years in a row. So it's not just me telling you we're a great company. This is kind of measured from our employees by an independent party. We are a certified great place to work. We're super proud of this achievement. And kind of results speak for themselves there. And then last, we try to do some fun stuff too. Like as a team, we're with each other working every day and grinding and try to find some opportunities to get a little release from that, have a little fun. So with that, again, we really thank you for being here. We're excited to be in this community and continue to grow. We'd love to have you join our team here in Southwest Virginia. Happy to answer any questions you guys have about what you heard over the last half hour.